for you, Mr.
Oh, great.
Hey, man. We're from
Thank you.
your backyard, Harrisburg High School.
I see it, WGAL.
WGAL, right? Covered you in high school. So talk a little bit just about how special it is to have you and Ed both on this card, guys that are virtually next door neighbors.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it means a lot to be on the same card with Ed, especially back here in State College. Sometimes we have these silly talks about, what would have happened if Ed and I were on the same wrestling team, me in '97, him in '84, and it just, obviously this team, any of the past couple of teams, they need no more help to beat up on the rest of the nation. But it would have been fun to have Ed Ruth as a teammate. So being back in State College and Ed and I going back to back is it's still pretty cool.
How close are you to the Penn State wrestling program? I mean, do you check in with them from time to time? Or?
Yeah, that's about it. I check in with the Penn State wrestling team from time to time, and they don't give me too much more than what you guys get, but I like to stay close to the guys and all their success.
What advice would you give them their media availabilities tomorrow? Wrestling season's starting pretty much now. What advice would you give those guys going into the season?
Well, those guys don't need any advice from me. I'm only a one-time national champion. My help is pretty much useless to this team. Those guys are multiple-time champions, and they've got everything they need over there. But if I could say one thing, it'd just be to really enjoy it. College is a special time. It's the most freedom with the least amount of responsibility you're ever going to have. So, live it up and have fun and, make it count.
Phil, on the topic of advice, you look at high school wrestlers at Harrisburg per se, like this path that you've kind of helped me, I don't know if pioneer is the right word, but you've been doing this for a while, going from wrestling to MMA. So what would you say to some of the young kids out there that are like, what do I do after wrestling?
Well, there's a lot of things, and most people won't turn professional in sports. And I think it's all about knowing what you don't like and allowing that to steer you toward, a career that'll make you the most happy and the most successul.
And then just for the kids that maybe could go pro, like how did you do that transition looking back on it? And just how do you kind of get over those initial changes from sport to sport? You can pick that up if you
No, I don't need that. What was your question? Just how did I transition?
And how would you describe it to someone who's maybe thinking about doing it, transitioning from wrestling to MMA, where you can get punched in the face?
Right. It's well, you kind of know. You should find out whether you're the type of guy that can get punched in the face and be okay with it. That's rule number one. You should know if that's all right with you. And at the highest level of wrestling, you're willing to sacrifice your face to get a takedown or to win a match. So I felt like I was cool with that. And it's a slow process. And coming from wrestling, you just gotta see the process through. Just be patient and be committed to the final outcome, and don't force it.
You've been in this for a while. You've been a world champion. Talk a little bit about where you're at right now in your career and how this fight Saturday helps you on the path, whatever path you're going from here.
Right. This fight this Friday is you got me started saying Saturday.
Right.
This fight Friday is it's big, and just that I just want to get back in the win column and just continue to gain momentum. And keep pushing forward. It's always your next fight is your most important fight. So, that's what it is. This fight, win this in impressive fashion, we'll get the belt back.
Many fighters have a real difficult time when they have a loss, and it's kind of in a funk for a little while. How are you with coming off a loss to Bader? Was it a tough loss, or were you able to get right back at it and just kind of leave it behind you?
You mean like, did I take it hard? Losing isn't fun, and it hurts. Physically it hurts. So, it's never a cool thing. But for me, it's just another day. You know, it's a learning opportunity. Go back and assess what went wrong, fix what went wrong, and you know, continue to improve in my skill set, and you know, keep moving forward. It's not you'll never be any good, or a realization that I cannot reach my dreams. It's just an obstacle on the way to where I'm going, to my path to victory.
Were you maybe at a disadvantage though because that fight was so close? I mean, I think more than half the media scored it for you. So what can you really learn from a loss like that when a lot of things went your way and it felt like you maybe won the fight? You know? Sure.
You know, if I refuse to say I won the fight, even though it was very close, and you know, and a lot of people saw it that way. But I like to concentrate on what I can control, what I did do wrong, and the positions I should have capitalized on, and I could have made the positions I could have made more of. So, you know, when you focus in on those things, as narrow as that may be, those are the things that make up the difference at the top.
You told me when this fight was announced, you watched that fight, you rewatched it countless times. How many more times have you watched it since this fight was announced? And you refuse to say you win, but it's got to eat at you a little.
Losing will eat at you, but it should force you to want to be better. So yeah, don't worry about how many times I rewatched it. It's water under the bridge, but
and that's what you told me in Madison Square Garden. You did say, I got to go get better.
Yeah.
What have you done to get better?
You know, we concentrated a lot on making sure we cut off the cage. Ryan Bader did a good job of just moving around a lot, and I can't afford to chase him. And it's you just need to cut a guy like that off and corner him, and then it'll force more action. So it became a good teaching point for myself and the rest of the team.
You go out there Friday, you take care of business. How much of an eye you turn towards that main event?
You know, I'm definitely going to be watching. But you know, at that point, you know, sit back and relax, have a nice cold water, and yeah, see what happens. You know.
Are you picking a winner in that fight? Do you feel comfortable enough to pick a winner in that fight?
I can't say who's going to win that fight. I'm not really rooting for one guy or the other. I'm just, you know, I'm very focused on my fight, and whoever comes out the victor they'll have a whole new problem on their hands.
Even though you haven't lived here for quite a while, I'm going to assume this is going to feel like a home fight for you. When was the last time you really had a true home fight? I mean, I know you fought in California, but it hasn't been necessarily right in your backyard.
No, I've never fought in San Diego, and I fought in Pittsburgh. 2009. So I mean, that's the closest I've been back to Central Pennsylvania. So it's been a while since I had a home.
Have you thought about how cool that's going to feel to be able to go out there and kind of have that?
I'm feeling how cool that feels. You know, it's you know, as soon as I landed, I was like, oh man, this is great. You know, I know where everything is. Normally when you land in a city, you don't know where the grocery store is, and you don't know where this is, you don't know where that is. People are calling me, Phil, where do I get healthy food? I'm like, go to Wegmans, go out here, go right up Atherton. You know, I'm the shot caller here, you know?
How did you first hear about a potential Penn State State College card? Did you hear it directly from Bellator, or did you hear some rumors swirling?
No, I heard it right from our president. He said, yeah, you know, we're working to put this together. And I was like, oh, good. You know, tell me what I can do to, you know, help you put this together. He goes, you know, we're working on it. It should be you know, a done deal. And you know, it's great to work for with Bellator because they do make stuff like this happen. I think our president Scott Coker knew this is going to be a special thing for me, and I feel like he worked extra hard to make it happen. So.
Was that even a thought of yours before you heard about it? That hey, maybe I'll fight at Penn State.
No, it was definitely not a thought. Yeah. Definitely not a thought. Penn State's a very conservative university. I didn't think that they would. I didn't think they'd be down for it, but I was wrong. I was wrong. They, I think, were the driving force to making it happen. So here we are.
When they called you with this opponent, it's a name that maybe isn't recognizable necessarily to some casual fans, but I mean, you know enough about the game to know that this guy's more than just 10 MMA fights. He's got an extensive background elsewhere too.
Yes.
What does he bring to the table, obviously, and what do you need to watch for in this fight?
Well, he comes in with a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and in Judo. So, you know, he has that, you know, he's a high-level athlete. And you know, he has a lot of tricks. Judo is very tricky and it's very uncommon. When Ronda Rousey was on top of her game and she was doing things that people like, wow, I didn't know you could just throw people like that. We haven't seen that. So there's a skill set there that you don't see very often. So yeah, we did a little special preparation just for those judo throws and a lot of the things that he brings to the game.
You know, a lot of people talk about Penn State. Two guys from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, on the banner for this thing, on the poster. How special is that, and what does that mean for, you know, to come out of Harrisburg and you guys be featured that prominently?
Man, it means a lot. You know, I'm still super thankful to have the opportunity to be from Harrisburg and attend a great university like Penn State, and I'm sure Ed is as well. And now moving forward to be back again, to be here competing in mixed martial arts is it's just a special experience, and he and I are both very thankful for the opportunity.
He admitted to me the other day he's kind of followed you and followed in your footsteps a little bit. How flattering is that, I guess, to have, you know, somebody from back where you came from now kind of following your path?
It's great. I mean, he's followed my footsteps, but he's also been shattering every record I've had along the way. He's an amazing talent, and man, he's just he's a stud in every sense. He's a good practice partner. He's a good training partner. He's obviously a good athlete, and he competes well. But everything outside the cage, he's good at that too. So I mean, it's just great to have that camaraderie with Ed of being from Harrisburg and going to Penn State, winning national championships. I love to just kind of champion talk with him, just exchange stories and certain things, you know, whatever practice memories led up to specific points and matches that end up being pivotal. He's a good person to do that with.